Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Sharita Weatherspoon, and I am here today with another one of the contributing authors of the Love Letters to My Girls anthology, Melanie Daniels. We are so excited to have Melanie as a part of our project and to just have her be able to contribute from her experience. She's going to share with you what she does and how she's impacting the world, and share some of the perspectives that she's going to be sharing in her letter. And I know that it's just going to be an awesome conversation, just like all of the other conversations have been. But before we jump into that interview, I do want to remind you of what this is all about. The Love Letters to My Girls anthology project is bringing together over 100 Black women who are writing love letters to other Black women and girls around the world to help encourage and inspire them on their journey. We are working to incite a revolution of love within our sisterhood. We are letting the world know that we are here. We are staking our claim and claiming our places in the world. We know how valuable we are. We want to make sure all of our other sisters recognize their value and their worth and their power and uniqueness in this world, and stand up, make sure everybody else knows it as well. So that's what this project is all about. And we want your support in helping us to make the project a success and in getting these books into the hands of as many Black women and girls around the world as we possibly can. So to stay up to date with what we're doing and learn how you can support us on this mission, I want you to go to loveletterstomygirls.com, join our mailing list. We will send out periodic updates, just letting you know what we're doing, how you can contribute, how you can share the message. And then, of course, when the book is published in the marketplace, how you can help us by purchasing a book for yourself or for the Black women and girls in your lives. So now we're going to go ahead and dive right in with Melanie. Melanie, thank you for joining us today. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for the beautiful introduction as well. It's nice to be here.
Great, great. So Melanie, first I want you to share with those who are tuning in a bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, and how you're impacting the world.
Okay, so you've already introduced me by name, and how I'm impacting the world right now is I work as a school social worker at KIPP Woodson Park Academy on the west end of Atlanta, Georgia. Prior to that, I was doing school social work at Norfolk Public Schools for 11 years. And prior to that, I did kinship foster care and outpatient mental health services as well. So those are some of the ways that I've been impacting the world in my professional life journey. I'm also a mom. I have a teenage daughter in her first year of high school. So that's the second shift, as they say. You have your job away from home, and then you have your job at home. So we all know parenting is pretty much a full-time job as well.
Yes, yes, yes. And I happen to know that you're doing a great job at it.
Thank you. Thank you. You too. You give lots of motivation and inspiration.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So tell us about the letter that you're writing for the book, what it's about, and what you hope the readers will take away from it.
Okay. So my letter is Do Help Others. And I feel that that was the perfect fit because I'm in the helping profession. So when I thought about help, it took me a little while. I was working on my letter towards the end of the deadline, and I had come up with an acronym for myself that I feel spoke to me as well as will speak to others. And I actually had Adrielle read it. So she gave me her feedback because I wanted to make sure that it does sound like a letter and something that mom would say to you and could share with others. And she said yes. So is it okay to share the acronym here?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I don't want to give too much away. So the acronym that I came up with for HELP was HOPE, for H, empathy, love, and the P, I thought about passion and purpose. So I feel that when we're helping others, these are things that we tend to develop within ourselves, and things that characteristics I feel that I've developed as well along my journey of being a helper, to instill hope and to also give myself hope. So not only giving hope to others, but within. And then empathy, because sometimes we don't always have it's easy to sympathize with people, but you don't always empathize with people, and people don't always want your sympathy. They just need you to understand
Mhm.
what they're going through. And I feel that through helping others, you can really learn a sense of empathy. I feel that you grow in love when you're being a helper. And sometimes that doesn't even always come naturally, because if you're not, don't grow up with love, then how do you know how to love? So
Mhm.
as you help others, I think you can grow in love as well. And then also for our young girls or moms, whoever out there in the world, sometimes you're struggling to find what it is that you want to do in life, what you're here for. Helping again may help you find that purpose, that passion for what it is that you want to do, or what it is that you're supposed to do in this world. So in a nutshell, that's what I'm hoping is taken away, but that's what I came up with in my writing.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So, what was it about this project that attracted you? Why did you want to be a part of it?
um, I wanted to be a part of it. I think I told you when you had reached out and I saw what it was about years ago. I had started writing myself. I thought I wanted to write my story and share my story about some things that I had been through. And a lot of times, something that we've been through in life, like you say, what will people take from this? You want people to have a sense of, I went through this experience and I came out on the other side. And how did you do that?
Mhm.
So I really felt that this was a way to share, and not necessarily, like you said, we're not really sharing our story per se, but I think our stories help each of us pour into our letters.
Right.
So I just felt, wow, this is a way, it's not a whole book.
Mhm.
It's a way that, well, it is a whole book. It's going to be a whole book, but I didn't have to write a whole book.
Right.
So that a way for me to be able to share and just have a small piece of something so much larger and so much greater. The network opportunity, the fact that we went to school together and I'm able to support somebody else or help somebody else in their journey, it all clicked. And so I had some doubts that I was a little nervous, but eventually I was like, no, I really feel that this is what I'm called to do at this time. So I, jumped on board, and I'm really excited that I did. I really like the direction that things are going.
Yes, awesome, awesome. I'm happy to hear all of that, and so grateful that you did decide to join up. And it's in some ways we anticipate that people that we know, right, will automatically support what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it happens that way. Then other times, people they're thinking about like the person that they've known like all this time and like who you were then and like I don't know
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and we knew each other in college, those
Yes.
were some crazy years.
Yes, for sure.
So it is, for me, it's an honor to have the ladies who are a part of this project who've known me for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I think in another conversation with an author, I'm like, we knew each other before we were savvy and sophisticated.
Exactly. That's a nice way of putting it. Yes.
Yeah, when we're just trying to figure out who we were, how we were going
Mm-hmm.
to make our way in this world. Um, and times where just we're messing up, making mistakes and not making the best choices and things like that. But to still be, able to connect years later and reconnect and be supportive of each other, I think is, just awesome and a testament to the power of sisterhood.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
for sure.
And that is really what this project is about. We want to destroy that stereotype or that belief that Black women can't get along.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, certainly there are some, but there are white women who don't get along with other white women.
Mm-hmm.
There are Asian women who don't get along with
Yeah.
other Asian women. All of those things exist in every culture. But I think overwhelmingly um, that we have a desire to support and to love each other.
Mm-hmm.
And what we have to overcome is within our particular culture is the fact that for so many years we were not allowed to do that. We were kind of
Mm-hmm.
pitted against each other.
Exactly.
So we learned some things that now we have to unlearn as a culture. But I think in our hearts, the desire is there. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we just need, help to kind of step out, be vulnerable with other women, be willing, to open and, share our hearts and our desires and dreams, and be open to the times where we may be disappointed in doing that,
Mm-hmm.
recognizing that the times that we'll actually get what we need from doing that are going to outweigh those times that we're disappointed by doing it.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure. I think you said something important too when you're talking about Black women can get along, because I feel there's a stigma attached that Black women are angry.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a book that will show that we're not angry. We have a lot of love and positive things to share. And I think women see that, men, and just, our daughters, like you said, that it's not about the angry Black woman. We want to put something else out in the world, and this is what we have. And when you talk about love,
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yes.
this will do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, you have a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
You said she's a teenager. Um, I don't know if she's full on teenager yet, if you've gotten there, or if she's that I'm just happy to be a teenager.
I think I get a little bit of both. 14 going on 15,
Uh-huh.
already thinking about 16.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's, for the most part, Adriel's a wonderful young lady, intelligent. First year she took off from dance. Um, the fact that she read the letter, I thought that was really sweet, and came back. She even found some, I was writing very late at night, so I had a sentence that was very disjointed. I
Mm-hmm.
knew what I meant to say, and she was like, Mom, I don't understand this part right here. And I was like, oh, and I'm reading it, it's going from one end down here, up here. But I was like, thank you for catching that for me. And the other day, I want to say yesterday or the day before, I got a call from one of her teachers. We're all doing the distance learning.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a conversation about some assignments, and I talked to Adrielle, and we had to call the teacher back. And as I was leaving her room, she says to me, Mom, she said, thank you for caring about my grades. She said, you could just let me fail and then yell at me afterwards. She said, but you don't do that. And it just made me feel so good, because I know sometimes as moms, I'm sure you've experienced this, that you wonder, are you doing the right thing? Are you saying the right thing? Are you too hard? Are you too soft? And I'm constantly on her about school. And it's not about you have to bring home straight A's. It's just do your work and do your best, because I know your potential.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want her to feel that I'm just harassing her, but to hear her say that she really understands, I know why you stay on me. It's because you love me. Just made me feel so good deep down inside. I was like, wow, she gets it. She gets it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, 3 months from now, there might be a different
I
conversation.
know.
So hold on to this.
I will. I'm taking that one. I was like, wow, okay. It took a while to get there, because it's been an adjustment moving to a new state and a new school and a new
Yeah.
district. And it took her that first semester to really figure things out
Right.
here. So
Mhm.
that was huge.
Yeah. And you know, what I'm getting out of that is the fact that our relationship and ability to relate to other Black women, it's
Mm-hmm.
going to start with the relationship that you have with your Black mother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so what you're
Mm-hmm.
doing with her, and creating this environment where she even feels comfortable expressing that to you,
Mm-hmm.
and then on the other end expressing whatever negative feelings she might have with you as
Mm-hmm.
well, um, is really helping her to, you know, figure out what her relationships with other women are going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And if as mothers we are not able to create an environment where our daughters feel safe with us, they're not going to feel safe with other women.
Yep.
That's the reality of it. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, um I've never heard anyone talking about
Yeah.
that. You know, we talk in general about parent-child relationships,
Yes.
but we don't really talk about how, you know, we are really grooming our daughters and how they're going to be
Mm-hmm.
with other women. You know, are
Yes.
they able to be a friend to other women? Are they
Mm-hmm.
able to be a sister to another woman? Are they able to collaborate and cooperate,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and be helpful and supportive and all of that? Or are we grooming them to be, you know, competitive and petty and backstabbing and all of that? And it comes not only from your direct interaction with them, but from what
Mm-hmm.
they see you do with other
Exactly.
women in your life.
Exactly. Yeah. That's something else really important too, Sharita, because I saw you post something similar to what you're talking about now with the parent-child relationship
Mhm.
in your home as well. And also thinking about the relationship that I had or have or lack thereof. I think you know a little bit about, the relationship with my own mother.
Mhm.
um, so when you say mothers, and again, why this book is so important, what about those who don't have that
Mhm.
relationship?
Mhm.
Though all hope is not lost, because there are other people in your sister circle, and thank God that I had that, who were able to pour into me, um, so that I could give Adrielle something that I don't necessarily have, I didn't get from my biological mother, but I had other moms step in along the way,
Mhm.
who were able to help me. So, when readers are reading this book, we're going to have all kinds of people reading the book.
Mhm.
Those who have moms, those who may not have moms, who may have relationships with their moms, may not have relationship with their moms, that hopefully this can steer them in the right direction and let them know that just because you may not have what you think you should have had in your own home, it's
Mhm.
out there.
Right.
And to seek that from other places, because you can still grow into that person and become that person that you want to be. That doesn't have to be an excuse for why you don't make it.
Right. Yes, yes. And that's really what the book is about, is you know, kind of be bridging the gap or helping to bridge the gap there.
Mm-hmm.
Because unfortunately there are so many women who don't, you know, have someone to speak into their lives,
Mm-hmm.
or the people who are speaking into their lives are not speaking positive, edifying
Mm-hmm.
things. And they are perhaps in circumstances, um, that are trying to shape them to be a certain person. And as much as they might desire to fight against that, maybe don't have the tools, you know, or the know-how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and no one's supporting them in doing it.
Right.
So, you know, hopefully we're able, you know, through these words on paper, really to speak life to young girls and, you know, women, regardless of their age, their circumstances, geographic location,
Mm-hmm.
education level, you know, all of those things, and just, you know, be able to push them forward, you know, help them to keep trying, you know, just
Right.
not give up, give it one more try, recognize that they're worth the effort of pushing through whatever it is that they're facing, and helping them to recognize that, yes, they are valuable, they are lovable, um, someone, wants and deserves the honor of having them love them,
For sure.
and empowering them to, even walk away from situations,
Mm-hmm.
people that are not good for them.
Yep.
Nothing. A lot of times we use the word like they are not serving you, which,
Yes.
and I love that, but I think that can be misinterpreted. Like you're not
Mm-hmm.
getting something out of it,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
recognizing that mutually beneficial relationships, they're not always equal. Sometimes you're
True.
giving more, sometimes the other person is giving more.
Mm-hmm.
But the key is really whether or not it's good for you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Does it make you feel good? Is it helping you? Is it pushing you forward? Or is it doing the opposite? And if it's
Mm-hmm.
doing the opposite, then you have to walk away.
Yes.
So yeah, there's a lot that we want to accomplish through words on a page.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it's possible, simply because it'll be accessible
For sure.
to people. There'll be, a lot of women and girls who get the book at no cost. There'll be women who invest in it. There will be men who choose to gift it, to the women and girls
Mm-hmm.
in their lives. And, it's not, you're not going to have to travel somewhere to get this help and this motivation and encouragement.
Right.
Even, you know, I would even go as far as saying mentoring and coaching.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to hire a coach. You don't have to go lay on the couch. But I also say if you need to do that, then you need to do that.
Amen. That's right. That's
But
right.
if you can't, but you just need some positivity, and you need that to come from women who look like you, who've been through
Mm-hmm.
what you've been through, who understand your experience as a Black woman or girl in this world. Then this is what this book is going to do. So I'm hoping
Mm-hmm.
that, I kind of wanted, I want it to be this kind of legacy type of thing where, I have this book and I pass it on to my daughter and she passes it on to her daughter. But then I
Right.
also want it to be a book that women keep in their pocketbook. So that, I need something, because, I'm about
Yeah.
to lose my mind up in here type of thing.
Yep. Yep.
You can pull that out and read something that's just like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
stand in your power, be you, be authentic, be brilliant, all of those good
Mm-hmm.
things.
Yeah, I
Um,
think it can be both. I
yeah.
even had a friend ask me there would be a conference that came out of this. So that may be something to think about.
Yeah, I've got a lot of ideas written down, and we're gonna see where it goes. I think, God has given me a big vision for it, and I think the potential for it is even bigger than what I can see right now.
Mm-hmm.
What I do recognize is that I can't do it by myself.
Right.
Which is why I keep, telling people we need your support. We need your support.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the best way for people to support us is to get on our mailing list so we
Okay.
can stay in touch with them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, social media is great. We have our social media pages going up, Facebook and Instagram, Love Letters to My Girl. So yes, of course, go like and share and follow and all of that.
Right.
But we need you on our mailing list.
Okay.
That's where we need you. That's where like the most official communications will come from. There's things that we can, detail in an email that we won't be able to detail, on a social media post. So we really need
Okay.
people to go to love letters to mygirls.com and sign up, to get on our list so we can stay in touch with them. And we're not sending out daily emails. They will literally be periodic emails sharing important updates and information for how
Okay.
people can support us, how they can help us get the word out, and things like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, if we can get these 100 women together and then their networks to support them as individuals, this thing can catch fire without
That's
a
true.
doubt.
I agree. I
Without a
agree.
doubt. So it has been great talking with you.
It has. I was nervous. I was getting nervous before an interview.
I prefer interviews over like standing on the stage and talking to people.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I don't I don't know why that is, but yeah, I like interviews. But yeah, it's been great talking with you. Some good things came out of this conversation. I'm
Mm-hmm.
hoping that, you know, our listeners really really hear what's being said, not just watch to support, but really hear what's being shared in these conversations, because there's some good stuff coming out. Some of it will be reflected in the book, you know,
Right.
but some things, sometimes stuff, you know, it just flows.
Mm-hmm. I
And, you
agree.
know, 5 minutes later, you can't repeat what you said.
Exactly.
Yes, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you believing in this project enough to join up and partner with me on making it happen. And just looking forward to how your words and the words of these, you know, other 100 plus women are going to impact Black women and girls around the world. So thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.